chat up. I don't see anybody in here. All right, we're going to start doing some samples, sampling some samples. Seeing if anybody's here. I'm not sure I'm on the right stream. Am I on the right stream here? Wait, see if some people find me. Let me pull it up, see if I'm even on the right stream. Pull my YouTube channel up. All right, yeah, I'm not on the right stream, am I? All right, let me end this. Yeah, sorry, I'm on the wrong stream here. I didn't go to the upcoming one. Cancel that. What's up, Scott? Hey, Joel. What's up, Joel? Yeah, some confusion here. I'm on the wrong. Yeah, I clicked on that when I did the upright, so not as good. Sin of the day, Red Ross Thai Mango. Oh, nice. All right, I don't know if I can get that one figured out. I see it here. Hopefully some people migrate over here and figure out what I'm doing. Let's see if I can get the other one going. I'll just tell them I'm on this one. I'm on another stream. Click on it. Yeah, I'm on this one. Godot, Paradise, Lebeau. All right, nice one. Yeah, that Red Ross Mango Oud. Which one is that one? Red Ross Mango Thai Mango. I never heard that one. Red Ross Thai Mango. Okay, I see it pulling up. That's an actual house. Thai Mango, Red Ross. Tropical, sweet, fruity, vanilla, terpene, warm, spicy. Okay, nice. Hey, Columbus, Ohio. That's where I'm at. I'm in Columbus, Ohio. All right, we're getting some people in here. Let's see if I get a... What are you guys wearing? This is a fragrance channel. There he is. Precious Treasure. Out there wearing that Precious Treasure. You're probably nose blind. Are you still going nose blind on that one pretty quick? 090 Ocean Noir. Okay. Nice. Good one. I got Ocean Noir. I'm going to go over some scents. Some scents I got in. I'm going to take a second look at these. I smelled them one time and or another, and I'm going to go back to them and revisit them and see what I think of them. And then I'll just chat with you guys too. Yeah, I really dropped the ball on this. I came on late. I didn't come on the right live, so yeah, this is off to a bad start, but oh well. I'm here now. All right, so first we're going to talk about this Xerjoff Herba Gold, and then I got, they call it Tropical Aura Gold from Alexandria. So I'm going to spray these on paper. I'm not going to spray, but let's see. All right, here's the real Herba Gold, which I love Herba Gold. I don't know how you guys feel. All night long. I actually got that one in here, I think, Scott. That's a pretty decent one. I like that one, Scott. So yeah, this real Herba Gold smells better. Yeah, but it does smell very similar here. Let me pull up Herba Gold so I can explain it to you better than just using my nose. But it's super tropical. I think this is a good twist on the original DNA. I prefer Herba Gold. Have you guys tried the original versus Herba Pure versus Herba Gold from Xerjoff? Things blue. Nautica Voyage is my first as a young man. Yo, yeah, Obese All Night Long. That's a good one. Yo, Ocean Noir. Scott Staying Fresh. Somebody in another language. Yeah, this is Stan made it. Thick Latinas 2025. Yeah, this Herba Gold, the Alexander version is actually pretty gold, pretty good, pretty gold. I don't know if you guys have tried this. Anybody tried this? Have you tried this? This is an excellent fragrance here. So I see Stan. I tried to give you guys a wrench, all you guys today. Didn't give it to you. It's not showing up on there. I tried to give all you guys. Oh, King Yeti's on here with Scent of the Day, Byredo Black Saffron. Appreciate y'all guys showing up, even though I love this one. Montal Herba Aquatica. Herba Aquatica with the best version per is turquoise water from. Yeah, I really like turquoise waters. That's definitely a twist on the DNA, if you ask me. King Yeti here, Stan's here, everybody's here. Appreciate all you guys. Yeah, I really dropped the ball. I got to get that straightened out on how you on the upright live, how you stream in. So let's see, Herba Gold. So yeah, I get a lot of the melon and pear in this. That's what I'm getting, a lot of the fruits and some of the orange. On a dry down, I mean, I'm not to that yet, but you know, there's a lot of like amber, musk. I get the apple too already. Yeah, there's a lot of amber tones to this. This is just a really good unisex fragrance here. Really nice. So let's see. You say you're wearing it all night long, Scott? That's what I got here. Ramon Gonagall all night long. I haven't. This. I got a sample of this right here. I'm gonna spray this right now. I haven't went back to this. Let's go back to this. Ramon, let me look it up. I don't want to. Ramon Gonagall. I want to know what I'm smelling here. All night long. All right. Fruity floral fragrance here. Okay, I got the other Ramon Gonagall. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, this is wow, this has got a lot going on. There's some powdery green notes in this besides the sweet tropical notes like it says on here. Really salty. Yeah, this one's definitely different. There's some musk in this one. Yeah, this is an interesting fragrance. I don't really have anything like this. It's definitely a different type of tropical scent profile here. It's not your typical one. Yeah, I like this one. If any of you guys tried this, it's Ramon Gonagall all night long. I don't have, well, it doesn't say anything on the box. If you tried any from the Ramon Gonagall line, yeah, I like this. This is kind of different. There's pineapple and mint in it. There's a heliotrope. That's what's in it. That's kind of making it unique. That heliotrope, you don't really get that in a lot of tropical fragrances or whatever. And that's kind of what's kind of rounded it out. Some patchouli and jasmine. Yeah, this is a interesting one. This might be full bottle worthy too. That Herba Gold, if I ever go through that, I'll get a full bottle of the real Herba Gold. That's probably full bottle worthy for me. Let's see. All night long is excellent. I'm new to fragrances. Look for something like Old Spice and Fiji. Old Spice. Look into some Zaharoff fragrances. He's got a lot of like those type of scent profiles or whatever. If you're looking for like a niche version of it, you know, I would look that route. A lot of Zaharoffs. He's got like, it's not necessarily Old Spice. Some modernized Old Spice is what I'd call it. Matt had a Ramon Gonagall, several wonderful frags. Wait for that new Atlantic straight from Fragrance World. Yeah, I'm going to try that one too, King Yeti. I saw Neeb talking about that one today. I want to try that one. So we're going with this Copper Still Shine Punch. You guys tried any of this? Jason, fittest man in Fragcom. I think it's Jason. You're in Fragcom all the time, Jason. You're on all the lives, so you're technically the fittest man in Fragcom. You're fitter than me. Oh man, this is better than I remember. Have you guys tried this Copper Still the Shine Punch? Let me pull the notes up on this. This is better than I remember. I got so many fragrances, I never go back to these, so I was going to go through these, and I thought this was would be more fun to do with you guys here, just kind of go through them. Yeah, this Shine Punch is, what are they saying? It's citrus, fruity, sweet, cherry. I do get a lot of cherry. There's a lot of cherry. Yeah, Creed Viking is a good niche alternative. That's another good one, Scott. I love Creed Viking. Yeah, Creed Viking is another good call. Creed, yeah, Scott's pointing out a good one. Yeah, this has got some green notes to it too. I like this. Wonder what's giving it the green notes in here. It's saying it's got green apple and lime. Yeah, this is probably my favorite one of the line. Actually, I probably prefer this over the original. Yeah, I do. I like the whole line too, but this might be my favorite. I really like this. This is actually, if you're going to make a summer scent profile or something from Copper Still, they nailed it on this. This was a good way to go. Let me turn my camera a little bit. You would like Cool Water Intense, Batty. Yeah, Cool Water Intense, that's another good one. Good call on that. Yeah, definitely try Cool Water Intense. That one performs too, and it's cheap. Rick's probably got some cool water ones out there too. Rick, or some Old Spice ideas. Rick, throw out some Old Spice idea. Vince walks into the gym and it parts like the Red Sea. Yeah, because they see this old man, they're afraid he's going to fall down. They got to help him up. So let's get out of the way for this old man falls down. Where you probably work out at home, Jason, or do you go to some CrossFit place, or where do you work out at? I actually got 2 gyms I go to. I like to switch it up. I got 2 of them I like to go to. I kind of get bored with the same people and the same routine at the same place. Yeah, I like the watermelon shine punch more than the watermelon. I like the shine punch more than the watermelon. Yeah, I done a lot of workout at home, then I started going back to a gym and kind of got back into that. So I don't know. I like going to the gym environment nowadays for whatever reason. Gets me more motivated. But I got a really nice setup in the basement. But I don't know. It's something about being in the environment, seeing other people work out, and just I don't know, socializing and all that. I like that. Yeah, I have a bunch of weight. I actually sold off a bunch of weight because I'm not as strong as I used to be. So I've been selling off weights and equipment. Here you go. Rick's saying Xerjoff Ivory Route Niche Old Spice. Yeah, I don't have room for. Yeah, my basement is filled with fragrances and stuff now. That's where I store my fragrances. So it actually is. I got shelves in there and these things. So yeah, it's taking up a lot of my room. Hey, Christine, thanks for joining. A little confusion on where I was going to be at. Glad Christine's here. Glad to see you. So just going over some fragrance, some old buys. Let's go. I'm going to revisit Mancera French Riviera. This is all I got. I never did get a full bottle of this. I got so many fragrances, I never even got back to this. So let's go back to this French Riviera. This is pretty nice. I like this, but it's kind of like that Caraco Bay I got from Jacques Foth. These two, I need to do a side by side. Yeah, this is really similar to that one or whatever. Right? It's definitely redundant if you got Caraco Bay, I would say. Because this has almost the same type of smell. What do you guys think? Have you done French Riviera against like that Caraco Bay from Jacques Foth? It's super similar to that. Let's see what they're saying about this one. It has to be one of them they're comparing it to. Let's see. Yeah, Joel, Christine, I tried to give all you guys a wrench today. Joel, Christine, Fragrance Fraternity. I went on there and I did what I thought I had to do, Stan. I tried to give everybody a wrench today. I did that, and it didn't work out. So note to self, let me try to go in there and give you guys all a wrench if I'm going to keep doing these. Not that I got enough people I need to worry about a wrench. I don't think and then I can't even click on the right channel. So I'm going to try to give you guys one. I'll go in there and try it again. Yeah, this has got a lot of white florals in it. It's really salty. Ton of white florals. This is pretty unisex to me. This French Riviera. Yeah, I like this one now. I need to do a side-by-side with sometime and do a comparison video, or at least on one of my next lives, bring this one up. Yeah, Mike, have you tried? I think Mike's tried quite a few from it. Yeah, I like this one. This is a pretty good one. I know this one's a big hype in the community. I know all you guys like this one, this French Riviera from Mancera. All right, what's another one? Jason, only the watermelon. Yeah, I'd say try that Shine Punch one. I would recommend that Shine Punch one. I like it. All right, so what are we going to do here? We got VinceScents history. All right, this is that Spanx Oceanic Symphony. I remember liking this one quite a bit. Yeah, this smells pretty nice too. This is Spanx Oceanic Symphony. Anybody have any experience with this one? This is pretty unique. I don't hear anybody talking about this one, but I remember liking this one. Having these decants, they just kind of sit in the back, and I don't really get to them. I love my Room 1015 Wave Child. Yeah, I like that one too. I like White Floors. My favorite White Floor is Beyond Pure Poison. I just haven't smelled that one. I'll look that one up. Yeah. Yeah, he needs to try those. Yeah, French Riviera, but it's also... Yeah, I don't know which one I would prefer. I'd have to do a side-by-side. Yeah, this Oceanic, it's got a 4 out of with 50 ratings on the Fragrantica, so that's a pretty decent rating. It's saying it's citrus and animalic. I'm not getting any animalic tones. If it's animalic, I'm going to like that. I'm not really getting that. Let's see what notes are in it to give it animalic tones. Yeah, it just got musk and ambergris and sea salt, so there's really nothing too animalic about it or whatever. That's the main notes. That's what I'm getting. I'm not getting anything animalic unless they're thinking the anagrowd. What's up, John? Yeah, I'm on the wrong channel. I put the thumbnail up on one and clicked on the wrong. I'm on late. A little bit frazzled here, but thanks for joining, man. Appreciate you guys joining. Yeah, I did the upright stream. I think I like the sideways better, but oh well, I want to try this one for the heck of it. Next time I'll get prepared better. I had a bunch of new stuff. Jamie's enjoy Smash Hero. What's up? Anytime. I appreciate all you guys. VinceScents rules the earth. Not when Grimm's on the earth. Unless Grimm is on a spaceship or something, it's Grimm's earth. All right, so I cannot rule with Grimm on this earth. If Grimm leaves the earth, if he gets in the outside the planetary boundaries, I might have a chance, but not with him. Sphinx is the same company as Alexandria, right? No, Sphinx is no, they're a niche house or whatever. No, they're not with Alexandria. But that's a good segue. I dropped the ball on this one, man. I don't even have a thumbnail up on this. I put a wrong one. Everybody went to that one, and yeah, this is complete chaos here. And I'm frazzled by it. All right, so Caribbean Cove. I was late anyways. I had somebody come. I sold a pet carrier. I had this pet carrier just sitting there, and people want to come buy it right when I was selling it. Right when I was getting ready to come on here, and they were running late. So I want to get rid of that cat carrier, though. Inky don't like it. I got this stroller thing you can put a pet in. I took Inky on a couple hikes with it. He hates it. So I don't want to. So I'm getting rid of it. It's just taking up space. I've had it for like 2 years. I put Inky in a backpack too and took him on hikes. Guess what? He don't like that either. All Inky wants to do is just run around the yard. He don't want to be in no. The bombs on Iran was Vince playing with firecrackers. Yeah, we're about to get into it. You know what platform I use. Yeah. Yeah, I don't got anything figured out on that platform on TikTok. And check out Sean Sense. He's got a channel. He's more of a TikTok guy. He's a moderator in one of the groups I'm a moderator in, but I'm not too involved in that. He's pretty involved in that group or whatever. I don't do as much. What's up, D Boogie? Not worthy of being in your presence. Oh, no, sir. No, sir. You the man. You one-upping me. Hi, Inky. Yeah, Inky. I could go get Inky. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I gotta start playing with that one more sometime. I don't know. This is where I hang out, and I've always done this, so I just kind of mess around in this YouTube space. I cross-post there, and that's it. So this Caribbean Cove is a clone of a Carib from Amalfi. That's like a $1,000 fragrance. So I have no idea what the original smells. I smelled the duo version of this, and I like this one. Oh, what are we talking about? The word MJ Smash is Coleman. He's from that group too. And these guys got a feet fetish. They're always talking about feet, posting feet, talking about feet in this group. They get weird with these feet. All right, we're smelling this Caribbean Cove now. This is almost got an Old Spice feel to me, like Old Spice with there's a lot of sandalwood. There's like aquatic tones of this. There's some orchid in this, it says, and there's some labdanum to kind of give it some depth. This actually smells pretty good. VIP Inky. Yeah. I didn't pay. I had a bunch of stuff going on today when you guys was messaging Sean and Coleman, so I had Andy give me a refresher on what was all going on today with that group, but I don't want to get into that too much here. But let's just say that that Michael Anthony guy is a wild guy, man. He's got way too much time on his hands to put all this strategy into place and be doing what he's doing. Yeah, throw Cole. Yeah, Andy just gave me the cliff notes of it or whatever. I didn't want to follow. I had too much going on to follow that today. Bonnie. All right, Bonnie from Day 3 Fragrances. I know I love this fragrance, but when I get the decants, I don't know about you guys, I just kind of push them to the back, and they just kind of stay in the back, and I don't ever pull them out. You know what I mean? I got Bonnies and stuff, but I do like Bonnie. If you guys have tried that from Day 3, it's a great fragrance. And I'm in that group that you guys are talking about too, but I never see anything from that group or do anything with that group. Yeah, I like Bonnie, but honestly, after smelling some of these other fragrances I've smelled, like I I don't think this is as good as maybe some of the other fragrances I just smelled, doing a side by side. I do like this though. This is good. This has got some white florals in it too. A little bit of mango, bergamot. Yeah, I like this one. It's not Bonnie equals cream cheese. Man, now that you say that cream cheese thing, there is a little bit of Vinny, the king of feet. No, man, I'm not into that feet thing. Or it's funny you guys joking around about it, but no. No feet. No feet fetish thing going on here. Yeah, day 3, Bonnie. Bonnie. I like day 3, period. I really like the house. I like what that guy does. If you ever catch that guy on a live or whatever, he's very knowledgeable. And speaking of that, hang on, you want to get knowledge in that guy? He's the one that told me to get this book. You want to learn about olfactory perception, about fragrances? Here's the book for you. Learning to Smell, Olfactory Perception. It reads like a textbook. It's a tough read. It's really technical with charts and graphs. But you want to learn some stuff. It's hard for me to focus on this book because it's so textbook, but it's got a ton of information on how your olfactory system works, how it's tied to your limbic system and everything. And the guy from day 3 is the one who told me about that. So whenever I think about that, he's the one who told me about this book in a lot. But it's a tough read. He didn't write that book. The guy Michael. I don't know, too many bagels over the years. What's Michael's name? It's Michael at day 3. I don't remember his last name, but he didn't write that book. The author's name of this book. The author's name of this book is Daniel Wilson, but the guy he didn't. The guy from day 3, he just read the book because he's a self-taught perfumer. So yeah, too many bagels over the years. All right, let's go back to this one. This is one I've got a couple samples of and went through. Seraphim Blue. Let's talk about Seraphim Blue. $11 likes. I appreciate you guys. Got 16 in chat, 11 likes. Good. That's pushing out a little bit. Yeah, I like this. Man, I could own a bottle of this. Man, this is really good. I might need to get a bottle of this. The Seraphim Blue. It might be full bottle worthy. If I reach for this puts me in a good mood. I just like the way this makes me feel. It's not. It kind of reminds me a little bit of that Hez Parfums Blue Dog. There's some powdery stuff in this that I like. It's kind of maybe from the lavenders making it come off as powdery to me. Man, this is really good. With the coconut and iris and orange blossom. Yeah, I haven't visited this in a while. I forgot how good this one is. D Boogie, mozzarella sticks, Western, but my favorite is poppy seed with smoked salmon. Oh, I love poppy seed, but smoked salmon. Michael Paul, that's his name, Michael Paul. Yeah, the guy at day 3 is Michael Paul. Too many bagels over the years. Now I'm hungry, listening but making food. Yeah, it's dinner time there. I notice that every time I'm on one of these at this time, it's dinner time there. Thanks for hanging out while you're making dinner, Joel. I'm going to guess that you cook up some really good stuff, Joel, with your taste and fragrances or whatever. I'm going to guess you're like a perfectionist and you really make some nice stuff. Man, I thought Seraphim Red was better, but man, after smelling this blue, I don't know. I'd have to do another side-by-side. You only need to own one. All I do is I get a bunch of samples from there. That's all I've got. I've actually got about 2 or 3 more of these floating around. So I've got about probably, every time I order from there, I just order a bunch of samples. Like when I order that Musk sample, I'll order a bunch because they're so cheap. So I just kind of go through them and think, when I run out, I'm going to get a bottle. But I actually got a bottle because I got a deal of the regular, not Signature Noir, but the regular Signature. I got a deal on Facebook group. A guy who I like is selling it for $89. So I went ahead and pulled the trigger on just the regular Signature. I haven't even smelled that in a while. I didn't even grab my sample. For $89, like I know I can get that back out of it. So you remember how good that one was, Michael? Just the regular Signature. I got it on the way. I haven't smelled that one in a while. All right, here's one I want to do. This is one that I kind of got hyped about. I smelled it right when I got it, and I get so many things. I got nothing on potato perfusion, Mike. We're still talking about bagels in here. All right, doing bagel talk. This is that Thomas Kamala number 4 Neon. I'm sure you got some people in here you liking this Cosmala number 4 Neon. This is a interesting fragrance. I got the generic perfumes version that I mixed up, so I'm going to spray both of these at once and just see how close my generic got to it and see what I think about this fragrance. This is like one of those molecule fragrances, I think, right? Okay, this generic is almost spot on. Yeah, generic signature is good, but I like the noir more. Yeah, that's what I thought I remember too. Buckwheat porridge. I don't know that I've ever had buckwheat porridge, Christine. I can't remember what that smells like. I imagine that's a good smell. Yeah, this is pretty good. The generic is spot on about everything, and on this Cosmola Neon, it's definitely spot on. I know I talk about this generic perfumes a lot. They're out of Kuwait. They're just fragrance oils. You got to get the alcohol. They'll mix them for you. That's what Andy does in the chat. He just gets them and has them mix them. So they'll do that for you. You don't have to do it, but it's a lot cheaper if you buy your own fixative and alcohol and mix them yourself. So yeah, this is spot on. This is really interesting. It's like a molecule fragrance. Citrus, ozonic, sweet, out of hot Hittic. This is good. I just got so many fragrances. I never come back to this. This is a nice fragrance. This is a pretty unisex down the middle. Have you smelled this one, Christine? This is pretty unisex. What up, bro? Slow Bra. Thanks for joining. Talking about fragrances here. Sniffing samples of fragrances. Yeah, I like this. What are they comparing this thing to? They're comparing this to Blockade. I don't get that. I see why they're saying that, but and they're also comparing it to this Francis Dubois Tropiques. I got mirror images version of that Tropiques, and it does smell a little bit like this, the mirror image version Tropiques. It's spelled Tropiques. That's really interesting. Joel has an elite nose for sure. I don't know if mine is elite. I'll say I know Joel does. I'm getting better. I'm definitely better than I was a year ago. You know, when I look back or think about when I smell fragrances this year from last year. You know, it's just practice. You know, putting my nose on stuff and then doing this content. You know, when you teach people, you kind of learn too because you're looking it up and you know, it makes you learn. Because if I'm going to talk about it, I got to learn something about it as I'm talking about it. Is your 03 Cobra slow? Who's got an 03 Cobra? Or are you talking about my Neon? My 03 Neon. Michael is definitely elite. And single by choice. All right. What are we going to talk about here now? Okay, this is Cosmola 4. All right. What do we got here? This is gold. What about this Kenzo Hum Santal? I got all the Kenzo Hums. This one I must not have liked. I got a sample off of Juan Fat Boy fragrance right when it came out, and then I just kind of went away from it. And yeah, just messing around, Michael, putting you on blast. Yeah, this is that Kenzo Hum Santal. Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of redundant if you own the other ones. Yeah, I'm going to try to go back to the drawing board and give all you guys in here a wrench. That way, if we do it, I might go back to doing the sideways. That way I can get the thumbnail right. This didn't work out too good. I was hoping this upright stream with the thumbnail and everything would push out in the algorithm. Seems like it does. My nose doesn't wear out, Stan. I can go, like if I go with my friends or I go to sniffing fragrance with somebody, my nose doesn't wear out. I can go a long while. I have done it where I've started getting almost like hiccups or something. One time I kept smelling all day, and I started getting like hiccups or whatever. It's the only thing that happened, and I couldn't figure out why I was doing that. And I had to just stop smelling fragrances, and it stopped. So I did trigger some kind of thing one time. But I can when I go fragrance at a store and I can go from I can just keep going. And the thing about smelling coffee too. Some people start sneezing. That's kind of what I was doing with the hiccups. It's some kind of your body's telling you, like, you got to quit this. I don't know if everybody knows this. A lot of people know it, but smelling coffee, you don't need to do that because that's like more stuff to smell. I mean, it does work, but just bare skin or get like a piece of paper or something. Just smell something neutral. Put your nose on something neutral. Like I try to get a good piece of skin that I know I'm not going to put nothing on, and I just smell that. I put my nose on that clear piece of skin, and that works better than coffee, because coffee is still another thing for your nose to focus on. If you try it, you'll see that it's a little bit better. Coffee does work though, but I don't know. It's not as good. And it makes sense why it wouldn't be as good. You know what I mean when you think about it. Kenzo Santal Marin. All right, let's see what they're saying about this thing. Because this seems pretty redundant to the Kenzo line. This one's a little more, maybe a little more aromatic than a lot of them. Jeremy uses a white powder. Smelling something. Agree. Yeah. Neutral is better than the. Yeah, but it mostly wears out because the sales lady stopped yapping. Man, I really get engaged with the salespeople when I usually go and sniffing fragrances. I can't help like talking about fragrances, and then they kind of figure out, I know a lot about fragrances because I'll be saying this, or the way I get so excited or whatever out. They really get engaged with me when I go to these high-end places or whatever. But sometimes when they're like a lot of people, I feel like they're like watching me, make sure I ain't stealing something or something like that. And I don't like it when I feel like that. I like it when I go there during the week and they just kind of engage with me, and they see that I'm just excited and I want to smell everything. They're pretty cool about it then. But sometimes when you go in there on a weekend, it's crowded, like they're just kind of watching everybody and standing back and just almost like, are you stealing? And then if you're smelling a lot, they kind of look like, oh, what's this guy going to do, smell everything? So if I go during the week, like on the retiree route and nobody's in there, I get a lot better experience. It's just a more chill environment. Yeah, I'm going to smell everything in store if I go into one and they got a lot of new stuff. Or it's like a high-end store. Even if it's stuff I smell, I'm just going to start smelling. Yeah, and I start talking in there too. Once I get engaged with a sales rep. When I go in the Louis Vuitton store too, I make them pull out every Louis Vuitton fragrance they got there, man. I make them go through everything. Macy's Bloom, yeah, different experience. Yeah, we got a Saks Fifth Avenue. That's my favorite one to go in. At one of the higher end malls. I really like going to that one because they've got just a massive amount from FB. They actually, we got a real nice Macy's at one of the things. They were trying to talk me into taking a part-time job as a rep, not for Macy's, but as with Pugue, which owns, there's like 2 or 3 fumes. Pugue is one of them where they own, I forget which fragrances they own, but they need more male sales reps. They got too many women. But basically you just kind of stand around, and when people come up, you got to kind of just talk about your Pugue fragrances, which I can't remember which is in that line or whatever. And they said I could work part-time and stuff, and it was going to be like $18 an hour, but I had to dress up and stuff and drive across town. I really didn't want to talk about fragrances all day with people. And then I asked, well, how does it work with the Macy's people here? Like, do they get upset, when you're selling? And they could have been one selling. They're like, yeah, there is a big game. And I was like, man, I don't want to deal with that kind of like social politics with these Macy's employees, both of us stepping on each other's feet. So I just told him, I had the guy's card, and I just called him back and said I didn't want to do it. Because at first I was all excited and told him, yeah, I'll probably do this and start. And then after I started thinking about everything, I was like, nah, I don't think I want to do that. And I'll probably end up buying more fragrances there, being around them all the time. I'm sure you get a discount or something, but yeah, my Sephora, they don't have much out, man. It's just the one by me, they just don't have much out. I actually know the girls in that Sephora because it's in my Kohl's, and I take stuff back to Amazon, or I, go in Kohl's a lot to get stuff or pick up stuff. So I always stop in there, and I know all the girls in there. So yeah, I would definitely buy more if I was working there. I sell a lot of bottles just on the Facebook groups, man. If I buy stuff, I don't like it, I just turn around and sell it. So I sell a lot in Facebook Marketplace. Rick says he's cut off for 3 months. I need to go out and no buy. Man, I bought another one today. I found another rare Mugler Amen, Pure Energy. So I picked that one up today. Yeah, I need to do that. So yeah, this is kind of redundant, but this is better than I remember though. This is fresher. This has got some aromatics. So this is that Kenzo Hum Santal. This is better than I remember. I get so many fragrances. I just I smell a few of them. I'm going to get the shakes. I don't think I'm going to get the shake stand. Here's one. This is generic perfumes. This is I got a lot of the Carolina Herrera from that I can't remember what the name of that line is, but this is the Under the Sea from that line. It's that CH Men line. Yeah, you got to hold it in, Stan, once a week. Just once a week. Don't be doing that stuff every day. You don't need that. That's your elixir of life. That's your stored energy. Yeah, do that. Yeah, retain some of that. You don't need to be doing that all the time. Get yourself amped up and hyped. You're already doing a lethal dose of methylene blue. I don't know how you can stand that much of that methylene blue. So this CH Men Under the Sea. This isn't the real version of it because I'm going to buy this one if I ever see it pop up in the groups. This one is really rare. CH Men Under the Sea. It's part of that limited edition line. This is a woody aromatic. This is one of the better ones. And I'm going to guess this is identical. This is just one I mixed up from generic. but this is really good. If you guys ever see Under the Sea, message me on Facebook or something, or in a group, or get a hold of me on Facebook. I want this. I would pay pretty good money for this one too, for a designer. This is a really marine, aquatic, woody, as it says, ozonic. It's got these salty, musky tones in it. This is a really unique scent profile. Yeah, if you guys ever see CH Mint Under the Sea, buy it for me. I'll pay you back. I'll buy it from you. Get it for me. Methylene blue, it's actually aquarium stuff, but like RFK Jr. started taking it, you know, and that's where it got popular. It's got a lot of health benefits. Do your research on methylene blue. It's just like you got there meth blue, but add a YLENE. Has a lot of health benefits or whatever. And I actually was going to do, I'm doing stuff for VinceScents this morning, and I was going to do a review, and I started to shoot it, and well, my lip and my tongue was Smurf blue. I was like, wait a minute, I can't. He's got a bunch of people. He goes out to a lot of people. I don't want to see thousands of people with me talking with blue lips and a blue tongue. So I couldn't shoot the video. I had to wait till I got back from the gym, and it's methylene blue gives me a lot of energy. Methylene blue is sunlight activated too. Look it up. It has a lot of health benefits or whatever. You got to watch taking it though. You know, with a lot. If you're on any kind of antidepressant or whatever, it can give you too much serotonin. So if you're on any kind of antidepressant, watch taking that stuff, because it's going to up your serotonin and stuff. And if you're already messing with chemicals doing that, it wouldn't be good. But look it up for health benefits, and you can just make sure you get don't get the aquarium kind, get the human consumption kind. It's pretty cheap on eBay, and you can get it other places. So just look it up, do your research, and make sure you get a good quality. When they got tropes too, which is you put it under your tongue and it'll melt or whatever. I've done those too. They're pretty good. And then you don't get it all over your tongue as much, but look it up. It's got some health benefits. All right. Let's go back to Limonada. I got a couple little Limonada. That was a summer banger. I was all pumped up on it. So let's look it up. Limonada. It's like the beverage from Narcotica. This is the one that was going around. I think everybody's under the impression now that Porthole is better. And I got Porthole right here. So let's spray them both. Let's do Porthole. Okay. All right. Thanks, Rick. Yeah, I take a bunch of stuff too, man. I try to cycle it, and then if I don't like it, let's just say I'm taking a supplement, even like vitamin C. I only take vitamin C 3 or 4 days a week, like every other day. I just don't think my body needs a massive dose of vitamin C every day. So I try to, and then every 3 or 4 weeks, I kind of just go off of everything. Just have a clean week where I hardly take any supplements that week. So I try to like rotate supplements. And all right, I'm gonna spray this on. Let's try Limonada. See if I think I'm gonna put this on skin on the first hand. This is that Narcotica Limonada Hype Beast. Newer one. This is Porthole, back in stock now. They didn't even have it for everybody. Yeah, these are real similar. I like Limonada in the opening. Yeah, I take liposomal vitamin C too, Christina. That's the way to do it. Yeah, I take that too. Yeah, layer of vitamin C. I take actually a high dose of a liposomal vitamin C. And glutathione, I take liposomal glutathione. Look into that. That's got a lot of immune systems. I rarely get sick, and I've been taking glutathione for a long while. And I'm not saying that it might be a lot of the things I'm doing, but glutathione has a lot of health benefits. Look that one up. I take a liposomal. Stan hasn't got 6. Anavar, Superdrol, and Blue Meth, maybe my new stack. Yeah, you need to. Do you do Coke? I did Coke back in the day. I haven't done any in a while, though. I don't do it anymore. I'm just a hyped up person. I did do Coke back in the day, though. I had some freakouts on that, so I quit doing that. I get a little bit too amped up on it. Right now, I'm just on. Actually, I'm wind down. This is like late for me, 7:49. So this is Vince wind down. But I did like it when I used to do it, but I don't do it no more. No, I got super paranoid in the opening. Everybody's saying on the dry down that Porthole is better. I don't know on that. I'll check back in. I think Limonada on the opening is winning though. It just got more. There's just more citrus but this is really nice. Yeah, I don't know that I get any more amped up on it when I did it or whatever. I don't know. I can't see I could get too much more amped up than I could. My mind probably does race more inside, but I don't know if outwardly can you go anymore? Yeah, I don't know. Man, I pulled a gun on somebody one time. I did all kinds. I mean, I'd be staring out the windows, looking out the windows, thinking the cops were watching me. Just weird stuff that ain't even fun. Like, that's just crazy. And then I'd put like a heart rate monitor on. I'm just sitting there, I'm like 168 heart rate just sitting there. It's like 4 in the morning. I got 168 heartbeats sitting there. So yeah, it's not a smart, wasn't a smart move, but it was. I would never do it unless it was free. So people would have it, and then I'm cheap, so like, oh, it's free, I'm going to do more. And it just feels good, so I'd always do too much, and that's when it'd be a problem. So it's just yeah, I don't need that. Like I said, I don't really do anything anymore. I don't drink. I don't even do any kind of weed anymore. I will microdose a little bit of LSD or mushrooms sometimes on a Saturday, going on a good hike or something. It's barely perceptible. You can't even tell. Yeah, we used to go to I remember one of the funnest times I had doing a little bit of I don't want to say what we just said, zero, with the Ohio State Fair on that stuff. And I did just the right amount. I just did a little bit of it. And we took raspberry vodka in a water bottle, and we got a bunch of lemon shake-ups, and we just walked around the Ohio State Fair, man, and checked and people watched and looked at the animals and stuff. After doing a little bit of that and and drinking, we're buying that lemon shake and pouring our raspberry lemonade in it. We had a fun day at the fair doing that. Yeah, microdose. Well, it's impolite. Most interesting man on the planet. Yeah, I got some stories. I have done a bunch of stuff or whatever, but I don't know. Some of it's interesting. A lot of it's kind of dumb when I look back on it or whatever, but I mean, I don't know. I've always had a lot of energy and done a lot of stuff with it. So with that energy, you've got to do something with it. You know what I mean? I didn't even know I had ADHD. I just knew I had a lot of energy, was kind of hyper. Well, I took a walk and ended up running a marathon. Yeah, I did a lot of 5Ks back in the day. I should have done a marathon. I was capable of doing a marathon, but for whatever reason, I just got hung up on 5Ks. I never even did a half marathon. I was fully capable of it. Okay, that's what we're going to talk about now. Yeah, I got smarter once I got in my 30s and just, started executing a game plan and saving money and, got to where I could retire at 54. So I did some things right. Now I've got on this dumb game plan where I'm spending all my money on fragrances on a fixed income retiring it. So. All right, coconut daiquiri. This is one. I know Andy keeps asking about this one. I haven't visited this one in a while. This is from Spinks too. This is really good. Is Limonada stronger than Porthole? Let me go back. I did about the same amount of sprays. Right now, I would say it's slightly stronger. I still like Narcotica better right now. And I'd say I'm past the open now. I count this in the mids. Yeah, man, I was sitting there. It was crazy, man. And then I didn't want to take like sleeping pills while I was on that, so I just kind of had to wait it out, man. And I mean, the sun was coming up, I started dying down, could go to sleep or whatever. Just stupid, man. I didn't have any fun. It was just dumb. It was just because it was free, and I kept doing. I'm a lightweight because I never did it. You know what I mean? I would only do it every once in a while if I was around somebody and they pulled it out and they had it. So it was just greed and free and dumbness or whatever. So, yeah, I have no idea why I would do that. Like I knew. Because I'd already made that mistake before. Like, if you just do a little and stop and just don't do no more, it'll be you'll have a fun night and you'll be able to go to bed and everything will be all right. But nope, I gotta keep going. Same with drinking, man. I'd have 2 or 3 and this feels good, right? So I'd be like, this 3 feels good, 6 is going to be better. I get to 6, it's like, well, 9 is going to be better than 6. You get to 9, you're like, it's pretty good. Well, there is a cutoff point where it ain't better. It's usually around 6 to 7 for me, and it starts, maybe going a little bit downhill, depending on how long it's went by. Well, free Coca-Cola in certain situations, people I was around, that had a lot of it and was willing to hand it out, but that wasn't a regular thing for me. That's why when I did run into it, I would get stupid, real stupid, because it wasn't a regular thing. Yeah, this coconut daiquiri is a banger. I know you keep asking about this one. Let's look up the notes in this coconut daiquiri. I got a lot of prison guard stories too from when I worked at the prison. I seen a lot of wild stuff at the prison. So I got when I worked at Honda, when we'd be bored talking or whatever, they would try to get me to tell like old prison guard stories from my day or whatever. So just a lot of crazy stuff happened there. I only worked there like 3 years, but you see a lot of stuff in 3 years. Yeah, this is all these ones I've smelled. I've been pulling out this Herba Gold and this coconut daiquiri and all these. Like the thing is like all these things kind of smell the same. Like there is a lot of redundancy here to all these things I pulled out or whatever. Like you'd almost have to do a side by side of a bunch of these I pulled out here that I've talked about since I got on this and just figure out which one are you going to pick or whatever, because it'd be dumb to own all these or whatever. But I mean they're all nice though. So like you wouldn't be mad about wearing any of these. Any of these ones I've talked about that I've kind of went high on, like you would be happy wearing any of these, but it's kind of so redundant here. It'd be crazy to have all these. Yeah, because this is a lot like a bunch of the other ones, but this is definitely more unisex. Have you smelled this one, Christine? Coconut daiquiri? Was you a CO just at Marysville? No, I was at Orient, it's south of Grove City, Ohio. I was at Orient, Ohio. They shut down. Orient is a complex, but they shut it down. It was medium security when I was there, but we had high security people in there too. And then we did all the OSU hospital. We did inmates there, so I'd rotate up there too. My dad made a career out of being a prison guard. He hired it at the old Ohio Penitentiary, which is downtown, the old school kind. And he made a kind of career out of it. And so I dropped out of college and I needed some benefits and I got married. So he said, man, why don't you do this prison guard job? And I did. And I hated it. So I did that about 3 years. And then Honda called and I hated it too. But I couldn't quit another good job like I did. And, I didn't finish college. So I just did 30 years at Honda, basically. I was in Germany for 4 years. The beer was like water. Yeah, I used to drink a lot. Pint of bourbon used to be my cutoff. Yeah, it's good to figure out a cutoff on stuff. I used to drink a lot of bourbon too. I got into a lot of cigars and bourbon. I went down and I did, the scotch. I was just getting into tequila, like all the fancy tequilas when I quit drinking. I started off with that George Clooney tequila. That one really got me going. I really liked that George Clooney one. I hadn't had a tequila that smooth with that kind of taste. So I was getting ready to start down a tequila rabbit hole. I brewed beers. I was a beer brewer. I was a judge at beer events. I got into really heavy into going to breweries, brewing beer. So I know a lot about different styles of beer and drinking them, brewing them, and all of that or whatever. And then we like champagne and wine. So we've been all over the U.S., different regions for wines and champagne. We love French wine. My wife still drinks, so I still taste French wine. I just spit it out now. She gets a real good champagne or wine. Like I'll drink it and I just spit it out now, whatever. She still drinks. She don't drink as much as she used to because we used to put it away, but she still drinks. Oh, I have a cousin who works on this. Lots of loonies, he says. Yeah, most of the people there, when they have like the med count thing, when they're giving out meds, like half the population is, on meds because they don't really, if you're like got a mental problem, like you're likely to commit a crime or something, you know what I mean? And they don't treat you as a psychiatric patient anymore like in the old days. You're just, you committed a crime, so you're a felon. You're in jail, so that's where you end up. Didn't you have a pet mouse? Man, I didn't need no pet mouse, man. There was always inmates to talk to and observe, and I was on third shift a lot, and you always had a guard with you generally that you had to work with. It was pretty good. Finishing, just funny seeing the chat and listening to Vince's story. Yeah, my ADHD is making me scatter. I'm trying to just talk about more than just fragrances here if you guys are up for it. It seems like you are. So I don't drink anymore, but I smoke my cigars. Yeah, man, it was getting to the point on cigars where a $20 cigar was a cheap one for me. You know what I mean? That's where I got to it. Because you kind of acquire a taste in that too. That's another hobby. Like you don't like the cheap stuff after a while. I could taste the difference in a $20 cigar. Like most of the $10 ones just wasn't cutting it. But one of the cheaper ones I did like is that, I don't know if they're even still out, is that one, I forget what brand it was, but they had those acid cigars. They had like these flavorings and botanicals and stuff in them. They put in a wrap. I really like those as for like a kind of a gimmicky, because they had flavorings and that's kind of gimmicky. But I really did like those for something different. Vince, jack of all trades. Yeah, man, I had to be. Retention, prisoners. Yeah, wine, man. They made a lot of hooch, they called it or whatever. And our place wasn't set up for security, so they would climb up in the attic there, and they would make that hooch. They would get the bread to use their yeast and the fruits from the commissary and all that. And it would get wild on Friday nights, man, because I would come in on third shift at 10:50 p.m. And I could smell the booze on them and all that. And when I knew I was in for a wild night, they would get buck wild. I'd come into it, and they would get wild when they drank that stuff. Are you still talking about drugs? Nah, I'm talking about drinking now. Sorry about that, Rick. Sorry about that, Rick. Just caught the end of the conversation. Vince confessing some crimes. Oh yeah, sure. I just smoked my Cubans. Have you tried Ceylon, Ivory Right, or Ether? No, I haven't tried those. And sorry about talking about that, Rick. Apologize for that. Yeah, I did all my wild stuff before I turned 18. That's a good time to quit it. I didn't quit until my 30s. I think I was about like 30, 31 if I really started kind of mellowing out and getting stuff together. All right, let's go back to this one. I want to revisit this one. I haven't really smelled this one. I ended up getting 15 milliliters of this. Let's see how synthetic this was. That guy was saying, all right, I'm going to try those. Yeah, the way to do being young is get it all out when you're young. And I did a lot of wild stuff even before that, but I just kept doing wild stuff. I don't know, man. I guess I got all this energy and you got to do something with it. So I just put it into wild stuff. All right, let's try this. Let's try this Passion Island. See if I still think it's a. Yeah, this is really synthetic, but I like this. Joel, did you ever smell this? Who else tried this Mez Boys Passion Island? Yeah, I got it on my fingers even. I like this. I don't mind smelling like this at all. It is like that guy was saying last week in the live or whatever, but it is really synthetic. But next time, Rick, if you got your daughter, give me a warning. Okay? I won't talk about that. Sorry about that. Seems like I talk about something not good for youth on everyone. So yeah, that's not, I'm not the best G-rated live person. I am on my regular content, maybe not on the live. I try to keep it. I try not to cuss and do a bunch of that on here. At work, I cussed a lot at working because that's how we all talked. Yeah, what do you guys think of this Passion Island? Fruity suntan lotion on my skin, but great in the air. Doesn't smell like Tom Ford tobacco. No, it doesn't smell like tobacco vanilla. No. Residual. Maybe this is a result of all that fun residual damage. It could be. I know Fragrance Fraternity likes it. Mike True. Vince, you'd be a killer DJ with all that entry. Yeah. I can actually dance pretty good too. I just watch other people and comment what they're doing. I got a pretty good rhythm and stuff or whatever. You know, at least that's what I've been told. I don't like to sit there and practice in front of the mirror or whatever, but my wife always likes to try to get me to dance or whatever. Sometimes I get up at these Thursday concerts we go to and I just dance a little bit, and I don't know, she seems to like it. And the other guy's like, well, I didn't know you could dance like that. And I was like, I don't know, I don't think I'm good. I don't practice or anything. I just kind of come up, I just freestyle, just do stupid stuff. Dancing, you just got a main thing is just don't care, you know, just do it and don't care. DJ Vince, yeah, I think there's more skill than just having a lot of energy though, right, Mike? You got to know some stuff. If not, one of Miss Boo smells like it. Okay, it's not this one. This is the only one I've smelled from that line. Yeah, I know they have one that smells like it because I looked up one I was going to try. I haven't tried that one, Joel. I can't remember which one it was. I actually want to try more from this line or whatever, just because I like this one. I'm just wondering if they're all synthetic like this. Kind of makes me think they might be. There's one about like Flight or something like that, a Wondrous Flight or something. Is that the one maybe that's kind of like tobacco vanilla? I'm not sure. All right, let me grab some more samples. All right. Sicily. I had a whole bottle of this. We know what this smells like. I sold my bottle and just kept this or whatever. Joel, the one tobacco is Flirting with Vanilla. How is that one, D Boogie? Is Flirting with Vanilla, is that one good? Is it better than tobacco vanilla? Is it the same? Yeah, it's easier now than ever, but there's level to it like everything. Yeah, I can imagine that. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe when I was younger, I would have done that. I used to, another thing I went through a phase is like they would have like the way they called them raves back when I was doing it or whatever. This is a long time ago, and it would just be like an underground warehouse. And this is back when like we're going to talk about I'm going to say at one time the name of the drug with the ecstasy. You could get that ecstasy; it'd be easy to do, and you would. We would go there and do the raves. It didn't even open until midnight, so you couldn't even start before then. And it was all techno music, and they had like people on high wires doing acts. There was always a different theme, and it was always it was this old abandoned warehouse in the back of Columbus. It was really cool, but they had to close down at like 2:30 or 3 o'clock. So yeah, Molly, that was actually. Sorry, Rick, we're back to talking about drugs, but that was actually one drug that I never had any problems with, and I like that one or whatever. But you could tell the next day my brain was like, I don't feel right. Like it's not good to do. So I just quit doing that too. Yeah, I know why I sold this one, Cicely. I'm not on this one or whatever. I'm not sure what it is I don't like about this. It is a little bit feminine, but that's not what it is I don't like about it or whatever. I need to look it up the notes and figure out what this is I don't like about it. Because I had this and I sold it, and I had this 10 milliliters. There's something that turns me off on this, and I can't pinpoint what it is. It's a nice fragrance though. It's not the white florals because I like white florals. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's the Yang-a-lang. Sometimes that Yang-a-lang in here with the white florals can bother me. It might be the Yang-a-lang mixed with the white florals. because I see that note in here. Sometimes I'm a little picky on that Yang Lang note, but not generally. I'm not sure. Maybe it's because this musk is a little sharp too. Yeah. Sicilian's a little too feminine, but it smells gorgeous. Yeah, I do. Yeah. It's not like it doesn't smell good, but I noticed when I had it, I just didn't like it. Yeah, that's what it was. They had the gloves and all that or whatever. I was I was into techno or whatever, and I would dance all night or whatever. And you get pretty good at dancing there too, because that's all I ever do is when I'm out there, especially if other people are good. I just watch them and try to mimic what they do. You know what I mean? If whatever they're doing, just whatever it is. You know what I mean? Let me give you guys a little taste. All right. Let's see. Okay, what do we got here? Hermes. Oh, Ougivray. Ougivray. This is one I never got a full bottle of. I like this one. This smells good. This is better than I remember. This is really good. Man, this is really good. Have you guys smelled this the Ougivray in a while? What is it? It's Hermes. I can't see what I can't even remember what the line is. Hermes Ougivray. Let me look it up. It's not just, it's Terre de Hermes. Terre de Hermes Ougivray. This might be my favorite Terre de Hermes. Taste. Have you had Aquawood before, Vince? I just got it, and I'm pretty excited to try it when it gets here on Friday. I have Aquawood. I got a sample somewhere. I remember I liked that one, but I just got so many fragrances that come and go. I'd have to revisit that one. I can't tell you. I pretty much like all the Manceras, but I don't feel like I got to own them all, you know. But I do like, I know I like Aquawood. I just can't remember my full thoughts on it. And I smell so many fragrances all the time. I haven't got back to it. I think you'll like Aquawood. I haven't had too many bad Manceras. I mean, even the ones that I don't like that much are still really good. So like Mancera as a house is like, you're not going to have too many bad ones. Raves was invite only to, wasn't announced where it was at. Yeah, there was ones like that too. Those were the after hour parties, like at the rave. If somehow you were cool, whatever, they'd give you an address, and you would go to that, and it would go to like 5 or 6 in the morning. Yeah, and glow sticks and stuff. Yeah, me and my wife, a couple New Year's Eve, we did like the whole black costume, and then we took the liners, you know what I mean, like the glow stick things or whatever, and we lined the whole thing with it, and then we was doing these dances and whatever. It's actually pretty cool. We had a fun night. We did that for from 11 on to midnight, just kind of filmed, you know, us dancing with the glow sticks silhouette in our frame. We had like a glow stick head, you know, like a smiley face, you know, put a lot of time into that. It ended up being pretty cool. Let's see. Ougivray. Yeah, Ougivray is fantastic. I'm impressed with this. Great citron note. Yeah, this is really good. I forgot how good this was. He used to chill in a club in South Carolina, and we used to host raves every Friday night. Nice. All right, let's go to the next one here. What else do we got? I'm gonna go through all these samples. Okay, this is one I just got it to smell. This is that Hawass Ice. I had Hawass. I don't have Hawass anymore. I just sold that. And I don't know. I don't wear that scent profile. I was just layering it. I like the day clubs in Vegas by the pool. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I love the pools in Vegas. When I went to Vegas, I liked every hotel just checking out what kind of pool they had. I was going by the pool and just checking it out. It's pretty cool. Yeah, when trance was prolific. I had Frankie Knuckles, D-Light, E.L. Tonka, and a bunch of others come through and spin. Hawass Ice. Yeah. Yeah, I like this better than the regular Hawass. This little ice tone to it. It's not a whole lot different. So I remember thinking that when it came out. Like, this isn't a whole lot different. Yeah, what? It's definitely more citrus and fruity, isn't it, than the original? I haven't smelled the original, but it feels like this one's a little brighter and a little bit, maybe a little more amber tones to it too. It says there's a plum note in this. That's probably a little bit different. Yeah, I like this. This is better than I remember too. A lot of these are better than I remember. This is gonna make me spend more money. All right. D Boogie knows how to boogie. He has to know how to boogie. Hawass Ice. Damn legends. Yeah, I don't know those guys, but Michael says they're legends. They're legends. Yeah, you did. D Boogie's had a life too, it sounds like. D Boogie, you want to come on one of my, I'll do the other live. Let me know if you want to come on a live sometime. I'll have you on, and I'll go back to the regular time and we'll just kick it. If you want to do one time, let me know. I'll have you on. I'd like to kick it with you. All right, let's go back to a Bohemian Lime. I had this for a while. I smelled it. Message me on Facebook, Deep Boogie, if you want to do a live sometime. If you want to come on, talk about. We can come up with a topic, whatever you want, or I'll come up with a topic. Yeah, Bohemian Lime's nice. This is kind of linear, but it's a really nice lime note. I think that's why I never got too involved in it. Yeah, all right. I'll make note of that, D Boogie. I think Matt's going to come on next week. I don't know if I'm going to do more than one a week, but I'm going to put down. I'm going to get a hold of you. Matt was going to do this week, but he kind of wants to get some other things in order. So I got an order with him, some more fragrances to talk about. But I'm going to get a hold of. I'll get a hold of you, and we'll figure out something out. Your schedule, I'm going to guess, is probably pretty tough. So I'll be real flexible, and I'll go by your schedule. I know you're a lot busier than me. And we'll work something out, and whatever subject you want to talk about, we'll do. And if you don't have an idea, I'll come up with one. If I can't come up with one, I usually just use Chat GPT, and it comes up with some pretty good ideas. You know, just the more you feed it, the more prompts you give it, the better ideas it comes up with. So between Chat GPT and me, I can always come up with new content ideas. If you guys are, I don't know how often you guys are using Chat GPT for stuff, but man, for brainstorming, for ideas for stuff, whatever, man, it's really good. Even sometimes on my content and whatever, like I can get ideas or for like, what should I say about this or talk about this? And I'll just get a couple ideas or things about it, and it'll come up with it's not just a generic either. It'll take out, however it gets its information through a conglomeration of a bunch of stuff from the internet. Obviously, it'll give you like a good pointer or a good tip on in a lot of areas or whatever. So I don't know how you guys are using this new technology, but it's really helpful in a lot of ways, man. If you embrace it and use it, I'm loving it. Even these thumbnails and stuff, I use AI generating things for the sense. Yeah, that Bohemian line, that's what we're talking about. This is just a real bright, classy, uplifting, some vetiver and woods. The lime is real nice. It's a nice scent, just easy wear. It's kind of linear. How does this dry down? I was thinking the dry down was a little weird. Yeah, there's a lot of woods in the dry down, I think, in this. And I think it's got that Haitian vetiver, so sometimes that Haitian vetiver dries down a little like, it can get like woody, I guess I'll say, Haitian vetiver. My wife is around. Okay, you got your wife. Yeah, I like using Grok. Yeah, I've used Grok. I like Chat GPT a little bit more. I've tried all of them. I haven't tried the DeepSeek one yet. I'm afraid to give that one my information stuff, but I'm hearing that DeepSeek one is good. If anybody tried the DeepSeek one, I've tried the Microsoft one and the Google one. I don't know. I don't like those too much. I definitely like Grok, and I like Chat GPT better than those two. Have you guys tried those two? Yeah, if I had a writer, yeah, that'd be a good resource. All right, Mancera Holidays. I had this bottle too, and I sold it. So I just got this left. Yeah, there's something about this I'm not crazy about either that I need to own a bottle. Let me pull this up and see what it is I don't like. I like it, but this is all I need of it. I just got too many other things I would wear. And this actually has a lot of the same tones as the No China AI. DeepSeek, it's SEEK, Christine, I think. It's deep. It's a Chinese. They actually disrupted the stock market. They created that on it's still expensive. They created a DeepSeek on a shoestring budget compared to like Chat GPT, and it was really good. So it kind of disrupted the whole stock market, with all these tech stocks and all that because China was able to, make such a good, system on a shoestring budget. Kind of disrupted the whole system, whatever. And it's kind of went away and they forgot about that. But for a good month there, whatever, that really some tech stocks and stuff that I owned or whatever, they really tanked because of that. It really, it was a disruptor in the stock market. That's how good it was. I hear it's really good. Some of my friends don't care about the China stuff and they're using it or whatever. I don't know. I hate to give them my information. So deep put that. What's up, brother? What's up, Spence? Fact Stan. Yeah, so I guess I don't really like the white florals and the yellow florals in this. Is it got Yang-Ylang again? I think it's the yellow florals I see again in here. I think, yeah, it's the Yang-Ylang. It has to be, because this has got that too. I must, but I know I got other fragrances that has Yang and Lang mixed in with white florals that are kind of tropical like this that I like. But this is 2 in a row that I don't like too much. What's up, Green? Thanks for, what are you wearing, Spence? Did you say what you're wearing, Spence? Did I miss it? I know you're wearing some kind of banger. Yeah, I messed up here. I didn't put the thumbnail down, Spence. I came in on the wrong stream. I tried this one to try to get out in the algorithm more, and it didn't seem to work. So no sin of the day yet. Okay. That's surprising. Raw and uncut. All right, brother. I'm sure that ain't going to last long. Yeah, so Manchero Holidays, I don't think I need to own that. I think that little 10 mil, whatever. It's not bad, though. I don't. All right, here's another one I owned, and I sold this one, too. Yeah, market overreaction coming more common. Yeah, man, it really did on that one. I was really surprised how that Deep Seek really sent them packing. Let's see. Let's look this one up. I own this one too, and this is another one I sold, and I already had this before that, so can't remember why I sold this one. Sold a lot of Manceros. Yeah, this is pretty good. I don't mind this at all. It's probably when I sold it, I didn't like how musky it was. This is pretty musky. I don't really mind all this musk now. I probably should have kept this one. It's got a nice rose note in it or whatever. There's some patchouli. Man. Yeah, I actually like this one more than I remembered. Yeah, I think I've made a turn on this one. I think I got rid of this when I was kind of newer in the fragrance game. Yeah, I don't know if you guys tried this Sol d'Italy. It's SOLEIL D Italy ITAL. I like this one. What are we talking about here? Nope, we're talking about no doo-doo for you today. Yep. No rat doo-doo for Michael. Sprints, Christine ever smell ya? He's trolling me. We make our own scent bubbles. Ooh to us. His crew and him don't like me. Who? His crew and don't. Oh, we're talking about Spence and his crew? Nah. I don't think that's true, Christine. I don't know. I know only one I ever seen was RXL. He was giving me some stuff. I don't know about the rest of them. I don't know what there is not to like. Circa de Sol. I have not tried that one yet. I want to, though. I want to try that one. 9. Is it mine? I like it better than light blue. I'd rather wear that over light blue. More complexity on that than light blue. I prefer it over the light blue. Okay, this is one. Have you guys smelled Guyon? CG sent me this Guyon. This is really good. Bulgari Guyon. This is a real deal one or whatever. I'm going to put this one on skin because I don't have a lot of this. He got a real good deal on Guyon. I didn't realize this one was so good. I'd only smelled like clones of this. But yeah, man, this is really good. Yeah, man. Spence, have you tried Guyon? I haven't tried the Imagination Clone Mara. I have heard some talk about it or whatever. Only way to settle that beef is a dance battle. You know, right? I'm the bee's knees. I love the taste of honey. Oh, Factory Outlets. I'm getting some next week. Dang, Spence called you out. Yeah, I don't know what to say on all that. I hate to comment on Christine and that beef and all that or whatever, but that's too bad. I don't see what there is not to like about Christine. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Christine's always nice. I like her channel, and what's not to like? Pretty easy on the eyes too. All right, this Guyon Bulgari it's got these white florals with this patchouli. It's just so interesting, guys. If you've never tried this one, man, just at least take a look at the notes and stuff on it. Joel's probably tried. This sounds like a Joel. It's got a simple note breakdown. When you look at a 3 note breakdown, it's patchouli, jasmine, and incense. But it's really well blended. It's just a really nice. Man, this is really fantastic. This is be great in the fall or winter too. Christine is 12. Is 12. I definitely recommend. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get the beef or whatever, but I don't know. I don't even want to speculate. It's crazy some of this stuff that I'll talk about this, but like all this, some of the little petty stuff that goes on, this fragrance community stuff. It's just crazy to me. I mean, sometimes just arguing over scents or whatever. Like the guy that was coming on here, we'll just use that guy as an example on my stream, talking about how synthetic and how crappy the Mez Boys Passion Island was, and it is. But I mean, a lot of people think it's great, and like we're not wrong. You know what I mean? Like people argue over that, or it's, and if you don't like something, I don't like they'll get mad about it. Like just our olfactory perception is different. We don't get the same thing, and it's good. If I don't like it, I'm the one losing out. Like you get to like it, so that's good. If you like it, that's good. If you don't like it though, it's bad. You know what I mean? If I don't like something, it's bad. The more stuff you're gonna like, that's good. So, but it's not like a personal slide on your taste or whatever. Some people take it like that too. Like, oh, if you don't like Neff's, I think Neff's great. You don't like Neff's, you're insulting my taste, or you have bad taste. And it's really not like that. What's up, Jay Smooth? Thanks for stopping on here. Yeah, I dropped the ball on this stream today, man. I made a thumbnail and put it up, and didn't get it out. I had a link to it, and I was kind of frazzled when I started. But Pop Stink what's poppin', Christine? Tried the Marwa line. Yeah, I haven't tried much from that. Last 3 hours on skin. Is that Guyan you're saying? Last 3 hours on skin, Spence? I've only got I only wore this once because I only got a little bit of whatever, and I think I got about 4 or 5 hours on Guyan. But I can tell now it probably doesn't last a long while. People have a hard time separating opinion with their identity. Zion from Alexandria. Yeah, I like Zion from Alexandria. Zion Alexandria only lasts a few hours. Yeah, just going through decants here, man. Bunch of tropical ones. Some of these, makes me want to get a full bottle, but I got so many bottles. No, I'm saying Guyan. Have you tried that one? Guyan. Have you tried that one, Spence? I really like this Guyan. It's just patchouli, sandback incense. It's in that Vince 45. Let's talk about that. We got the labels coming of Vince 45. Let's talk about Vince 45. I'll talk about that when Matt's on. We'll talk about Vince 45. We about to pop off. All right, let's see. I got some more. I didn't realize I was going to go through these decants. I'm moving pretty fast. I think I ran Rick off with all the drug talk, though. All right, here's one. This is one I haven't revisited in a while. This On Average Grape. Have you guys tried much from Making Sense? Let me revisit this one. Christine and me, right? Romeo and Juliet, our families can't see us together. Pop Smoke. Vince 45. Spence is a nice guy too. I know Spence don't have no beef with Christine. I just can't picture that. Spence is one of the nicest guys in the fragrance community, I think. This On Average Grape is a fun fragrance, man. Yeah, this is a fun fragrance. I mean, let's see what all he's got in this thing. Let me pull this up. There's a lot going on in here. He's threw a lot of stuff in this. How come Mikey Dinsmore doesn't like get out in front of everything? Like, I know who Kevin, I know who Matt is, I even know who Masham is from Dua. Like, I don't know really anything about Mikey Dinsmore. Does he ever get out in the game and like make any kind of videos? I like that about him too, I guess, because cool. He just kind of hangs back. But VinceScents is dead. Here's the man. CG Sense is on here. We just got done talking about Guyan. I messed this up. CG. I made a thumbnail. I'm on the wrong live. I'm kind of frazzled. I've been dropping the ball on here. We did just go over the Guyan you got me. That's a world-class scent. I need that. But this Making Sense is he took a bunch of fragrances here. It's just a fun fragrance. This On Average Grape. I like smelling like this. It puts me in a good mood. It's probably not going to focus on it, but it's just a real grape, sour, fruity, like an icy type scent profile. Kind of juvenile, but great performance on this one. Let's see. Busy man and still makes frag. Spence is a DJ too. Spence is part of the mafia. I don't think Spence hates you or whatever. I can't believe they all did. Is it just RXL, Christine, or is it all of them? It can't be Spence. There's no way. Why would Spence do that? I cannot see that. I don't think they hate you either. I don't know what's going on there. Only thing I seen is RXL giving you a hard time in the chat. All right, I got another one here. This Melange d'Herbe, which is a original from from Zoha Fragrances. Let's look this one up. Let me see what I'm even smelling. Zoha. Melange. Herba. All right, I think this is a original. This is they say it's a fruity floral. It has 9 reviews. Let's see what the notes is. Yeah, they're saying this is an original. Let's see what notes it's got. Orange, orange blossom, honey, peach, cyclamen, melon, honey, and vanilla. Yeah, this is pretty unique. I remember thinking that when I got this. It's not. What are they saying on Fragrantica? On Fragrantica, they're giving a 4.5, but only with a few votes. Yeah, this is pretty unisex. Let's see. We're all DJs. Some of us don't know it yet. How is Mark Echo Pop? Andy's asking you. Hate is a strong word. Come on, man. It's not even a dislike. Yeah, this is pretty feminine, but this doesn't smell like all the other ones I was saying all these fragrances smell like. This is a tropical fragrance. It has a different, it must be that cyclamen note with the peach and the vanilla and honey. It's a nice twist on this. Zoha Aroma, it's a Canadian company. They're out of Canada. They sell oils, but they also mix fragrances. Go in there and look, Zoha Aroma. They got some really nice stuff, and their oils are almost dead on. They're about as good as generic on mixing oils. They just don't have as many, but they got some really good ones. They got one that smells like an old bookstore. It's called Library. It's really good. I know most people don't want to smell like an old bookstore, but I like smell like an old bookstore. It's exactly like an old musty bookstore, like an old farmhouse or something. Really good fragrance. Let's see. All right, Stan, is Christine like every sister you pick on? Yeah, Christine, he's doing justice. Hate is a strong word. Also got in the mail, Vuzingi, Rayhan Lion, Arta Wood, Mancera Gold, Montel, Vanilla Cake. I haven't opened it yet. Stan's my bodyguard. Step sis, you're stuck in the washer. Spence is just having a good time. All right, here's one. I need to try this. I got this a long while ago. Xerjoff Mephisto. I got to get some new tester strips here, which is just paper I'm pouring up. I wondered why I hadn't seen you, and I haven't been on many of Juan's streams, but I wondered why I hadn't seen you, Christine. I figured you was getting tired of that. Let's try Mephisto. Yeah, I'm not nuts about Mephisto. I'm guessing all you guys like Mephisto. Probably Spence does. I don't know. I don't think, let me see what it is I don't like about this. I don't think I need to own this one. What do you guys think about Mephisto? I think most people like this. It's got a 4.2 at 3,300 votes. Yeah, it's not bad. It's kind of growing on me a little bit as it's drying down a little bit. Yeah, maybe I'm being too harsh on this off the first impressions. Not too bad. Aladdin. And he's singing some Whitney Houston. Yeah, there's a little bit of, I guess I like this more than a little bit of rose. Yeah, this isn't bad. I probably need to revisit this and try this a little bit. I just haven't figured this scent DNA out. Yeah, not really, but I didn't think I liked, I just did a video with CG, he's going to edit or whatever, and I didn't think I liked Millesime Imperial either, but I do like the Millesime Imperial. I do like that DNA because I like that, I hadn't smelled the original in a long while. I just like that ambergris note they use or whatever. In the real Millesime Imperial, you smell a lot of that, and it's just that Armagh I don't like. I don't like that salty melon crap that's in that Armagh, and I know they can't get that ambergris note, so they twisted it with that DNA, but I don't like that. So if I went back and got real Silver Mountain Otter, I may like it. I didn't like it back in the day. I had that one, sold it years ago, and I know I didn't like that Armagh clone, but it's possible that if I went back to the real deal, I would like it. So, let's see. Yeah, same here. Was it growing on me? Yeah. Spence says, we're practically neighbors. Spence, man, if you could get to Spence's collection, Spence has the bangers. Yeah, I'd I just give money to go in there and, and pay money. I know the perfume guy does that. Celebrities and stuff go to his house, they pay money, and the perfume guy, like, they tell him what they want. And I've heard him talk about that, and he'll let, like, celebrities and stuff pay money, and he'll let him smell a bunch of fragrance, because I guess he's got that basement full of fragrances. And Spence is like a perfume guy. He's probably got a basement wherever he's storing these things full of them. I know he's got some straight up bangers. I'd love to get in there. Okay, here's one, Sunset Hour. Kel Smells went on about this one, and I got it from Goldfield and Banks. I know Michael's on a big Goldfield and Banks kick, so let's smell this Goldfield and Banks. Just get, he's saying, yeah, that Metal Rain, I've never smelled. I have a joke for Stan L. So sometimes, Spence will let you smell sometimes. I have a joke for that, Stan. Man, Metal Rain doesn't have that clean cozy thing going for it. Yeah, I kind of, something about Creed Silver Mountain Leather, something tells me I just want the real thing. I don't know, Creed sources some of those compounds and those original fragrances. When I go back and smell them now, it's like I can kind of smell those compounds, like that ambergris especially. So let's smell this Sunset Hour. Let's revisit this one. Kel Smells sold me on this one. He loves this one. And I don't know, this one, I didn't get much out. Yeah, this ain't bad. It's another fruity, woody. This one's got musky too. I could probably own this one. It's not bad. I probably wouldn't wear it though. It'd be another one I wouldn't wear. Yeah, it's definitely not as feminine as it says on here. Is this one you've ever thought about getting, this Sunset Hour, Christine, from Goldfield and Banks? It's not too bad. Pretty unisex. It's probably it probably leans a little bit feminine. I could probably wear this. This is probably better than when I read this or whatever. And I remember it's got that kudang. It's some kind of, I don't know how you pronounce the note, but there's some kind of kudang fruit in here, or I think it's a fruit, and that's one of the notes they use in here. So maybe that's a different kind of smell to it, but it's pretty good. Spence only lets Becky smell that. Becky with the good hair. Man, you guys are getting after it in this chat. I don't even know what to say on some of this stuff. I'm just gonna keep sniffing fragrances, and I'll read them and go that, but I don't even know what to comment here, man. You guys are getting at. All right, let's see. This is one I keep going back to and thinking about getting. I get a lot from Ahmed Al-Maghribi. This is Zalani. Let me see what it is. Why I haven't bought this one yet. There's a reason I haven't bought this yet. I got to figure out what it is. All right, it's another one of these sweet, fruity, musky ones. Yeah, it smells a lot like those other ones I got, but not as good. Yeah, I don't like this one. There's mossy tones in this one. That's what it is. It's the mossy tones in the mid. There's these green tones in the mid I don't like. It might be from the oak moss in the base, actually. They put oak moss in the base on this one, so that's what it is I don't like. All right. I got one more. That's all I got, all these samples, man. I went through all these samples. I had no idea I was going to get through all these. I guess I do move pretty fast on these. All right, I haven't smelled this one in a long while. This is going to be another Ahmed Al-Maghribi Zalani. Let's talk about this one. Or no, that's Zalani's one I just did. This one is Azur Rude. All right, I'll finish this one. I'll talk about some more fragrances or whatever, and then probably wrap it up. I've been on here a while, and I kind of started off bad. I started off rattled. Back up with a good Spence is 50. I don't know what you heard. I don't think Spence is 50, is he? Okay, this is pretty good. This Azur Royal from Ahmed Al-Maghribi. It's got a lot of citrus and powdery notes in it or whatever, but it's got these musky ambroxan tones to it or whatever. It's pretty good. No, Spence ain't 50. He acts what? Man, you guys are getting after it. P-I-M-P. Here, I'll grab a couple new ones and then we'll wrap this up. Spence ain't 69. So look, I'm gonna do content on this. I did get the 1 million gold. This is like a summer. With Pop Spence putting the notes up. This is like a summer 1 million. Cool bottle too. It's got a really nice watery rose note in it. Really like this one. Glad you guys talked me into getting that one. I got Amberful. I'm still on the fence on this one. This one could get sold. It's maybe like a summery spring Ganymede. Pretty cool. Yeah, Mike's the one who talked me into getting this one. I've been getting a lot of stuff in the groups too, getting rare. So I got this Aqua. I got the old Aqua Amara. I got that one now. I got to get Atlantique now because I got so many other ones. I got to get Atlantique. I had many chances, so I got to get. I gotta find that one. I did get another Amen. I ended up getting Pure Energy today. I found that one. Some guy 110. I got it. That's not a bad price. It's got the box and everything. I really like it when they got the box. A couple really good duos. These are more like the $60 duos, but you know they're not that much when you do the thing. I think actually one of these was $70. I think it might have been this one. This Happy Bye-Bye Day. This one's really good. It's like a summer freshy type scent profile with a lot of complexity. He did a really good job. I'm going to review this one. And then he did this Memorial Day 25 too. I liked it too. It was a pretty good one. I think this was another one of the like $60 ones. These $60 ones, you know, they generally smell better than a lot of the you know, his $33 ones or whatever. He puts a lot more you know, higher end ingredients in it. That's why he charges more, because it costs him more or whatever. At least that's what he says, and I think so. Generally, the higher end do smell a little more higher end. But sometimes $33 ones are straight up bangers too. If they're just doing a designer scent, he really doesn't have to have, you know, these super high end. I hope you guys are making up in here, whatever. You guys are going back and forth. I hope this is all in fun. He enjoys whale watching on his free time. Man, I'm not even getting in all this. PopScents has got PopScents has got quite a few Banana Republics. I'm saying 50 cents. You guys are getting wild. I'm not getting it. I don't even know. I hope you guys are making up in here. I hope this is fun conversation. I don't know if you guys have talked just to. I'm going to talk about this one, Tropical Nights. It's like a Creed Virgin Island water. Some notes are missing stuff. They took out like some of the rum notes. Some of the notes are twisted around. Pretty good fragrance though. I like this one. It's a Virgin Island water twist from Alexandria. I don't know if you already got virgin water, a million versions of it like I do, if you really need this, but it's pretty nice version of it. Break out that mind. I don't know. I hope this isn't hostile. I can't follow what you guys are saying. What's going on? I hope it's just all in fun. This is one you guys was talking about earlier. This is that turquoise water from Precious Liquids. This is one. Let me smell this again. This is one I would. It is kind of like Herba Pura. Whoever was saying, I didn't realize how close to Herba Pura this is. Whoever said that, you're right. This is a lot like Herba Pura. This turquoise water. Yeah, it's too close to Herba Pura. I don't need this, but it is a really good version of Herba Pura. I do like this. And I've got all the summer vibes. I don't know. I like this House of Tennessee Perfumes, this summer vibes line. I've got them all. This one here is probably my favorite. I think this is 4. It's the pineapple one, the iced pineapple one. I know. That's why I just got the 10 milliliter too. On Scents WB, he had a bunch of good WBs. That's Jeremy Fragrance's brother. It's called Scents with Benefits, but it's just WB. You go on there, you can get some of the Jeremy Fragrances there. But he had a bunch of those Precious Liquids really cheap, but none I really wanted, so I didn't get any. But yeah, Jeremy's brother has a website. Maybe he'll get some more Precious Liquids in. Maybe keep an eye out. But yeah, this is a summer banger, man. This is really nice. It's got this really cool like ice lemonade. Yeah, Summer Vibes 4 is a banger. Let's see, what else can we talk about? I'm done talking about fragrances. I'm going to wrap this up, but I'll kick it if we're going to talk about prison guard stories or whatever here. But I'm done talking about fragrances and sniffing fragrances. I think it might be about time to wrap it up. Sven's just showing up. Summer vibe on the way to me. All right, I'll hang out if you guys are going to. I got to take my nighttime pills though. We're going to stick around and talk. Yeah, you'll like that summer vibe. I don't know which one you're getting because there's only one that he hasn't really released. Sven, thanks for stopping in. How'd work go today, Sven? Did you work a 12-hour shift again? These ain't drugs. These are vitamins. My nighttime. How was the factory today, Sven? Was it hot? Here in Ohio, Man, it was boiling today. It was like 97 with high humidity. And that was in the shade because my gazebo is in the shade. I got a 97-degree rating or temperature. What is it like out there? So, I just talked about that one, Splin. I was going through a bunch of samples, and I didn't realize how good that one was, Splin. That one was really, really good. Yeah, I take those are vitamins. This is a glycine I'm taking. Look it up. I take that at night. It's amino acid. Look up the benefits of glycine. Do your own research. Take that. No work today. How are you off on a Monday? You just use a vacation day? You got a bunch of vacation? Lindsay, low and vitamins. Yeah, Sven, we were doing some prison guard stories before you came in here. I was a prison guard before I did 30 years at the factory. I did like 3, and I also was a rental car. I assistant manager at a rental car company. We did before Enterprise came along. Snappy Car Rental was part of Thrifty, so we were down by the airport. But we did insurance replacement rentals, like when you wreck your car and you get a rental car. We did a lot of that. No speed, Stan. All this, everything I'm taking now is more like relaxing stuff or just regular vitamins or whatever. I want to sleep. Yeah, no more speed. I'm pretty drug free, even though I talk about a lot of drugs on this on this stream a lot or whatever. They're all true stories too. I'm not just making up a bunch of stuff or whatever. Just to let me put it this way, Stan. Driving the cars at my last job at Honda. Nobody. Okay, so we're all on a line. We got to run through all these little things and test the cars, and we got an outside track or whatever. Nobody was ever on my bumper. Never. I was always on somebody's bumper. Okay, always. Everybody knew I was going fast or whatever. Never. I'm always pushing the person in front of me or whatever on that. And on the hiking trails, I'm always passing people. I hike fast. So yeah, I walk fast. I talk fast. I think fast. Even we had people over, like a party Friday night. That was our one big part of the year. I've noticed people are having conversations, and I'm like, they're talking. I'm thinking about. I am listening. I'm listening to what the guy's saying, but I'm already kind of over here listening to this, like multitasking and listening, like trying to figure out their conversation. But I am a pretty good listener. But I would kind of like tune out when they're talking about something boring and see what they're talking about too. That's probably not a good habit. But I even like multitasking when I'm listening. Snap, because the Enterprise ran them out. I remember when Enterprise was coming to town, we had a big meeting, and our bosses, they were all glum, like, oh, whenever Enterprise comes to town, they just take over the market. And guess what? They were right. Enterprise came to town and ran Snappy out of the market. They took over the insurance replacement. But you have to sell that insurance. You know, you try to add on that, like your car insurance, or you try to add on like the even life insurance or health insurance, all that dumb stuff you can add on. You don't really see that anymore, just car insurance. But I was always #1 in the region for adding that stuff on to the when they'd rent these cars. Like I'd say just $7.95 a day if you wreck the car, you don't have to pay a deductible, which was true. You know, we'll cover it and all that, which is true. But you're probably not going to wreck the car, and if you did, your insurance is going to cover it. But they're all gun shy because they just wrecked their car, got in a wreck, so they're like, "Well, I'll take that insurance." And then they don't realize like the cop shop tells them their car is going to be in there for like a week. Well, the car ends up being there for 2 or 3 weeks, and that $7.95 adds up. And they turn the car in. Now you owe us like $80, $90, whatever. And they're like, "What?" And I always get called a fast talking salesman or whatever, but I always led the region in sales on that insurance stuff. Vince is always turbo. Christine, what kind of methylene blue? I take just one off of Amazon right now. It's a good one. I bought it the last 3 times. One of my guys, I can show you what bottle, whatever. I don't feel like going down and grabbing it now, but I can just. It's pretty cheap too, and I can tell it's real stuff because I can just tell I got a full vitamins. I take a lot. I take a lot of vitamins. How embarrassing. Missing the you were I missed something here. Maybe it's better off. I'll tell you some of my favorites. I told you hydrogen water. You should take hydrogen water. Like that's a good thing to take. There's benefits to that. Do your research. Like I said, glutathione. look into glutathione. There's a lot of health benefits of that. And you're already taking liposoluble vitamin C. You should take your D3 with K2. Take that. You should be taking in a lot of protein, even if you're not lifting weights and stuff. Yeah, coenzyme Q10, you should take that. And ubiquinol is a better version of it. I don't know how you pronounce it. It's called ubiquinol or something like that. It's a better readily absorbed Q10, but Q10 is good. That's really good to take. If you're taking Q10, that's good enough. I'm going to try to get more consistent spins. I really screwed up on this one. I made a thumbnail and I didn't go to it. I invited people and then I'm on the wrong live. I don't know. I was trying to go to this format to try to get more reach. It seems like this one pushes out in the algorithm a little more for me, but I don't think it did tonight, and I don't know. Maybe I should go to the other. What do you guys think? Should I mix it up? I was even thinking about doing one from out by my gazebo and my pond, so my pond and stuff would be in the background, but then I can't look nothing up on the internet, but I could bring my iPad out there. I got Wi-Fi out there, and it might, my connection might not be good. It might pause and stuff, so I don't know. You think that would be fun if I did one out by my pond outside one night? And I know this sounds crazy, but I want to do like a review out of my kayak. I want to take a tripod and do a whole kayak review where I do a straight up review and I just read the notes or whatever, and I'm in my kayak floating in the middle of a lake, and I review fragrances, and I bring my fragrances, I hold them up, and I just review them out of a kayak. And I want to do a live there too. I'm afraid on a live though that I don't know if I'll get the coverage isn't as good out there. Like it might not be good, it might start buffering on the live, but for whatever reason, that just makes me laugh to go do like a kayak content of a whole video or to do a kayak live. To me, that just sounds funny. It might be just stupid. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah. Let's see. Tongat Ali. Yeah, I've tried Tongat Ali. My test numbers were up. I did test while I was on that. It did work. My testosterone numbers were up, but they're already up pretty high. D-aspartic acid, I swear by for high testosterone levels. My testosterone levels stay pretty high, and I've always taken D-aspartic acid. Look into that. Do your research. It's just a D-aspartic acid. I swear that stuff is good for testosterone. It's real cheap, too. Let's see. 5,000 IU, D3. Man, you take mega doses of everything, Stan. That's a big dose. Vitamin D at night, Swin. Yeah. I'm glad you're doing all these lives. I'm going to try to be more consistent on these. I'll try to have more guests. I mean, if you ever want to come on again, Spence, I tried to have you on that one time. We could do it again. What if the kayak flips? No, the kayak's not going to flip. That's not going to happen. It won't. Definitely will not flip. That sounds nice. Add some peace to the hostility. Mike, straight up, Michael, they're just joking around, right? Because I can't tell what's going on. There's no hostility, right? One week I work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The next week I work Thursday, Friday. Okay, I wouldn't like that spin for me. Jason, your testosterone levels are low. Jason's levels are at 1,800. So mine are about 8 something the last time I looked, or whatever, 890 or something like that. Sounds good, Vin. Yeah, anytime you want to come on, or we'll do it again. If you come on mine now, I don't want to talk about clones and stuff. I just want you to talk about those bangers. Bring them bangers. I like hearing about those. I'll make a note of that. I'll get a hold of you and we'll try to do one. So what's the feedback on that? What do you guys? I'm probably not going to do a live out on a kayak, but you guys, is kayak review, is that just stupid, or you think that's funny? Or I'm going to try to do some B-rolls too. I sent Michael a clip. I'm going to try to mess around with B-rolls. I'm going to do like a scene, and I'm going to do create like a character. I'm going to try to change how I'm doing content a little bit less technical, talk about like characters more, like what kind of person with this, like when I did that steakhouse one. I'm just going to, a couple of people have told me that I should try messing around with that a little bit, just add a little more humor and creativity. I might start doing that and try to add a little B-roll in the middle of my things. I don't want to make it like a bunch of work though. So I don't want to, something where if I start adding a bunch of B-rolls and doing all this stuff where I don't like doing it. So I go 5 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Man, I wouldn't like that, Sven. I didn't ever work like that. We are definitely flirting. Okay, good. We're flirting, I think. Good. That's what I want to hear. All right, good. All right. Got to have the 18 with the sprinkler trend for the thick Latinas. I hear that, brother. I hear that. I've dated mine wasn't too thick, whatever, but I had been out with a couple of Latinas or whatever, and they were high energy. It was a lot, the ones I dated. All right, more vitamins. Let's think of some more supplements to take. Creatine, even if you're not working out, Creatine is good for your brain. Has a lot of brain functions as well as health benefits. A lot of stuff I take in just for like, I'm not worried about being big. I just want to be lean and healthy. So I don't take a bunch of stuff to worry about muscles. Like even the creatine, it's not just about like the lifting weights, which I lift weights like 5 days a week, but I'm not even trying to be big because my joints and stuff are getting old. They're wore out. I can't put a lot of stress on them, and they're all like worn out, from all the I've been active my whole life, man. Sports and factory work and skiing and snowboarding, a lot of falls there, motorcycle riding, dirt bike riding, all of that stuff. I've had a lot of injuries, so let me scroll back. Use some lip liner. His are low compared to the whole. My line of work, I'd rather be either sleeping there. Yeah. I've done shift life pretty much my whole life, so I don't think shift work's that good for you, but you get used to it. Jason says his T levels are down to 1600. You don't feel man. You're not having a bunch of side effects from that. I know you're already combating the estrogen or whatever, but there's got to be some kind of side effects, right? Tell me what kind of side effects you're getting. If you're getting none, tell me that. I like it, Vince. Every 2 weeks you get 7 days off, work 7. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. I don't know that I would. I don't know, man. I like getting to the gym and all that. It'd be hard to fit in on a 12-hour day. No one's perfect. A week off sounds nice. That part would be good. I had a lot of my friends that did all that, like rotating stuff and shift work. I will give you, here's one of my liposomal things. I told you I'm big on L-glutathione or just glutathione. So I take this brand, it's Quicksilver Scientific. They have these liposomal kinds. So it's getting towards bedtime when I like to go to bed. So I take this liposomal GABA with L-theanine. This is from Quicksilver Scientific. I really like this brand. So I use a lot of their stuff. I'm real picky on brands of stuff I use too. Like if I showed you that glycine I held up earlier, that's Thorne. That's another good brand. I really like Thorne. This brand right here. They cost a little extra, but the Thorne brand, that's a trusted brand. They do third-party source. I mean, it's tested. It's pure stuff. You're not getting any junk when you go with Thorne. VinceScents, Community Frag Medium, Cabo. Let's go. I do need to make that happen. Come out there sometime or whatever. It wouldn't be that I have the resources. It's time and money it takes to go out to LA. I have both. I can't travel right now because of Inky. That last trip I went on, and he about died. That cost me $4,500. I'd take him to the emergency room, and he's still not over it. He quit. I guess he quits eating or doing something. I don't know if he's upset that his daddy's gone or what the heck's going on, but he quits eating, and it's not good for a rabbit. They go into this stuff called GI stasis, and he about died. So he's in the emergency room there, and he's got health insurance though. So it was about $4,800. I only had to pay like $4,200. He's got health insurance, so I got reimbursed. He's got better health insurance than a lot of people, so I did get my money back on that. So, but it's the second time he's done it, like something like that. So I don't know. We've actually got him on some gabapentin now for maybe his pain and his anxiety. So next time I go, I might have them dose him up with a gabapentin. Maybe he's getting anxiety. His daddy's gone. I don't know what the heck's going on, but I'm reluctant to travel right now. I can't even really go. My friends is trying to get us to come up to Erie or whatever. I don't know. He's still not quite right. I got to figure out what's going on with him and get that done. Yeah, Thorne, way to go. Community meetup. Thorne is my go-to. Yeah, you pay a little bit more, but you're getting good quality stuff. Week off does sound nice. I take my Amatric, donate. The only side effect is elevated, but my blood pressure runs 170 with medication. Okay, now that's a lot on 110/70. Okay, that's 110/70 is good. It's good with stocking. Other than that, just constantly wanting to stick it. You don't get like angry a lot or whatever. I know in my test levels, because I'm already, you see how I'm like hyper and stuff. So I can get like edgy too, you know what I mean? If my T levels are up and I'm hyper and all that, I can get kind of edgy. I've noticed that. Can you text me a list of your side? Man, I don't have them all written down, Stan, but I could do that sometime. I can write them down, or I could do like a video. I could line them all up on a thing and then video shoot them when I'm taking them. Like when I line them up, because I'm pretty regimented, I got them on things. I could do a video, and then you could do it. Don't say it, Spence. Inky over everything. Yeah, until I get that straightened out, because we're going to go to Alaska. So I canceled going to Alaska in the fall because I was going to plan a trip. We got back. We were so pumped over that Utah trip. We were like, we're going to Alaska. Let's get this planned. And I didn't know how good the planning was going to go on this Utah trip because there were so many moving parts to going to 5 national parks and changing where we stayed and getting all these permits for some of these hikes and and you had to have entry passes, timed entry. Anyways, it all worked out. I planned it perfectly. I couldn't have went any better. And then I even had backup plans if things didn't go. So my planning was meticulous. So I was like, okay. And I am pretty good at planning trips because I've been doing it a long while. I was going to jump right on planning the Alaska trip. And then we got home to this and it's like, man, I just can't go nowhere with him. It sucks because I wanted to go to Alaska. I was all pumped up on that. Yeah, he's okay. I don't know. He's getting old. He's 6 now, which is old for a rabbit. I've never had a rabbit actually make it to 7. The last 2 rabbits I had died at 6, so I don't know. I take other anti-E's and peptides when I'm on cycle. You're just blasting everything. Can you even sleep? Like if I was on all that stuff, can you sleep, how's your sleep, Jason? How many, you track it? Like I track mine. I'm real anal. This is actually a pretty good tracker too. And I pay attention to what it says. One thing, that's the one thing in all this health stuff, like be real anal like about your sleep, get good sleep because that has the biggest impact on your health every day. Like you could take all the vitamins, all you want, but if you get a bad night's sleep, guess what? You're having a bad day. I don't care what you ate that day or what you're going to eat that day. It's actually going to be harder to eat good. When you get a bad night's sleep, your blood sugar is elevated, your body releases these hormones, and it's actually, science is in, it's harder to even eat healthier. It is. It's so... Yeah, good night's sleep is so critical. And one of the key ingredients of a good night's sleep is a set bedtime. I know you shift working guys and doing these, that's going to be hard to do, but if you stay on exact shift time, if you go to bed at 9, go to bed at 9 every night. Don't go to bed at 9, stay up till 10 and 11. If you do that, you'll see your sleep score goes up. And for me, I got to have like the bedroom cold or colder. That helps with my sleep. A hot bed or it's hot, like I'm not going to sleep as good. I sleep better too if I just do like a mental unwind too before I go to bed. If I don't just watch like videos and then go right to bed, like if I actually do like some prayer or meditation or whatever you want to do to calm yourself, whatever, just think some positive thoughts. And it actually does track into like a better sleep score. Better than just watching YouTube videos and falling asleep to a clone video. You know what I mean? I can actually track that I do sleep better if I go to bed with like intentional positive thinking or whatever. It actually does work. So that works. I like a especially now we run like a fan or like a white noise machine. I kind of like that in the background. That kind of helps me. What else? Let me think about sleep. But sleep schedule is the most critical part of it. I'll go back to sleep. There's something else I was thinking of, but I can't think of it. Spence is taking me wee. I think Spence has got Paris money. That would be easy for him to do. I do get more aggravated on cycle, especially Tren. Not going to lie, Tren makes you nuts. I get 7 and have my CPAP. 7 hours is pretty good. I don't even get that most nights, and I'm retired and I can sleep all I want. 7 hours is good. Yeah. All this stuff about you need 8, I've done a lot of research on that. You really don't need 8. A lot of people, everybody's different on that, but 8's a little bit overrated for some people. And actually, I think it's like under 6 is not good, and then like over 9 is actually bad for you from the research I've done. And I read a lot about sleep. That's the science I'm seeing on it. You don't really want to go over 9, and you don't really want to be under 6. Yeah, I started taking magnesium. Yeah, I take magnesium. That was one of the things I took. Magnesium is good for sleep. I stopped taking Ambien. I still take Ambien some nights. If I can't go to sleep, I take it. I could put you... Spence, I think he's talking to Christine here. Don't let the surprise slip. You're in my world now, Grandma. Spence, you still got that car farm. You guys are getting wild. No, I sold it for frags. Spence has got some money going on frag. Let's back to sleep. I know I'm forgetting something. There's another key component of sleep or whatever. Tell me how many hours you guys are getting a night. Throw up what you guys are getting. What's your average? You sleep from 12. Stan's only getting 4. That ain't good. That's all that methylene blue. That's why you ain't sleeping, Stan. 4, that ain't enough. I mean, there are certain individuals it is enough. Spence is a dork. I sleep, that ain't enough, Spence. 5 to 6. I told you under 6. You got to get 6. Well, you ought to know. You ought to be teaching me this stuff. Sleep schedule is key, right? I know D. Bill. I knew he's a sleep specialist. I forgot about that. Chloroform for sleep. Yeah, so Sleep. What is more important than a sleep schedule? Is that one of the most? Is that the most critical? I can't have it hot either. Like I won't sleep as good. I mean, I'll sleep on all this stuff, but when I try, oh, this is what I was gonna say. Has a big effect on my. Don't go to bed with a bunch of food in my stomach. Like if the emptier my stomach is, like the earlier I eat dinner and the more I digest it, or if I went on a couple walks and burnt some food off before dinner. That's the best I'm going to sleep or whatever. If I go to bed really full or a bunch of food, it's going to track. I'm not going to sleep as good. I guess my body's doing all that digestion stuff while I sleep, and I just don't sleep as good. So that's a big thing for me. That's the one I was trying to think of. Don't go to bed with a bunch of food in my stomach. And that could be different for other people. Maybe they need a bunch of food and they can sleep good. I don't know. Yes, the slit is where it starts. See, D boogie's telling you. Vitamin C, D, magnesium. If you're taking D, you better be taking K3. So if you're actually just take the K complex. So all you guys, if you're taking D, take a K vitamin with it. It's K6 or take the K complex. Just get all the K vitamins with your D. Aged garlic extract. I take garlic every day too, aged, but I got to get the odorless kind. If I take real garlic, my wife starts complaining or whatever. I guess I stunk pretty bad. People at work would start complaining. I was just eating real garlic. I was eating all these real smoothies, and I was putting a bunch of garlic and ginger in it, a bunch of them. I was eating a lot of it a day. Man, nobody told me for a long while, but I guess I was reeking. I couldn't smell it on me, but I was really smelling like garlic and ginger. But man, I felt great when I was taking that stuff. I hated to quit it, but Natalie was putting her foot down, like, man, I'm tired of you stinking, and people at work were starting to complain about me. I had no idea. They didn't tell me for a while. They was just kind of talking about me behind my back. But once they told me, it's like, oh, I got it. So then I found like that. I use Puritan Pride aged garlic. It's cheaper than like Colic or whatever. And it seems, I don't know, I feel pretty healthy. Let's see. Yeah, D3 and K2. Yeah, I got to take the KK with the D to really get it. This stream is in a perfect time. I have to see a guy. Things. I get a lot of REM sync. I try it with my watch. I get about 6. Yeah, I get 6 hours. 5, that ain't enough. Christine, you need to get 6. Anti-vampire so much. Stan. That's what it does during get your body acclimated to core sleep. So is under 6 bad? As I think D Boogie, I'm saying under 6 is you want to have more than that, right? You got to have more than 6, or you're really limiting yourself, right? I know I can't operate as good. I mean, I can get by. I can get by on 3 or 4. I'm fine, but I'm actually sometimes in a good mood, like slap happy on 3 or 4. Yeah. Stan was in the military too, so yeah, 24. I forgot about that, Stan. Best days I get sunshine, I get the best sleep. Yeah, early on sunshine, they say that's the best. I got these glasses on that I put on. A lot of mornings I don't, but you put these glasses on, and it shoots these blue-green light right into my pupils or whatever. It's supposed to be like you're supposed to get up and see like real sunlight in the morning. I wear those to simulate that. And let's do this. Let me show you this. Let me show you guys some of these lights I got here. So I sit in front of my computer here. And I got this light here. I'm going to turn you to this light here. I got this light right here. It's a red light, and it's got an infrared. And then I got this light here. I got this light right here. I'm trying to get the phone to it. But I got a light here. And then I got this panel over here. It ain't lit up. And then I got this panel over here. I got all these these lights shining on me. In the morning, so I'm just getting bombarded. Like I'll hit all these lights on me now. You can see it. So when I'm reading my emails and doing my stuff in the morning, I usually take all that, and I'm just getting bombarded by all these lights, just flooding me. I usually take my shirt off too, just to get it like on my chest and stuff. This light. This is what I do. This is part of my morning routine. I got a pretty extensive routine that I do in the mornings, and all this red light and all. And I got a tanning bed downstairs. I get in it for like 3 minutes. That's all I do is get in a real tanning bed for 3 minutes a day. And at least I'm getting some kind of light. Even if I don't get outside that day, which I'm going to get outside, I'm going to get some light. So yeah, I mess around with this red light therapy. Red light therapy is good too. Pink. Let's see. What are we saying here? Reminds me of Germany. Red light. Let's see. As an adult, you can get 6 to 7 hours of quality sleep. You're fine. The quality is the part where it gets muddy with most. The bed only, and no TV and no electronics. Yeah, I read that too, and when I adhere to that. But being retired, me and my wife do like a midday nap timeout thing every day, pretty much around noon, 1-ish. We kind of just go lay in there. get on our iPad or read books or whatever. It just feels good to chill or whatever. But and we usually fall asleep and take a little nap in there. But my naps are only like 5 minutes. It's all I can nap. But we're kind of on that schedule, and I know that ain't great for your sleep schedule. But I can actually fall asleep pretty good. I don't do too bad. Yeah, white noise, pink noise, any of those are good. Yeah, I actually like the pink and the brown noise better than the white anymore. Great TLC summer. Great minds. Yes, it is. Slow minds too, Stan. The police. I'd handcuff you, spread them. Getting spicy in here. All right, well, let's start wrapping this up. Spence, I'm going to get you on a live one of these days again soon. And D-Boogie, I'm going to get you on one too. I like it better when I got somebody else to talk to, especially if they can do all the talking. And then maybe I'll go back to doing the side. What do you answer this for me? Do you guys care? Do you like it better when I do it like this, or do you like it when I got the sideways? I can bring stuff up, or does it matter? Tell me before we end this. Tell me you like these upright, sideways. You like me mixing it up, or does it matter? Sideways, vertical, or up and down? I guess we'll say vertical is sideways, right? Is this horizontal? Yeah, I do like your sideways is crazy. What we're talking, sideways better for my TV. All right, I'm gonna get sideways no matter what. Whatever way I do it, I'm gonna get side. All right, I'm gonna try to go back to I think I got better. This camera's better though, because I'm just using that webcam. Actually, Juan sent me that webcam I use on the lives, but I don't think it really matters how good the resolution is on that or whatever. I'm going to use the same microphone or whatever here. And I did upgrade my mic. I got a better mic, so I think the sound is good. So I think I'll go back to the all right. I don't know. Maybe I'll flop back and forth just to mix it up. But it pissed me off that I made that thumbnail and told everybody to come to the other one. And then I got on here and I couldn't figure out how to do it. Whereas on the other one, I know how to do it on that one. So, and that frazzled me. Once it started off like that, I felt like the live wasn't going to go good, but I kind of settled on. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me or whatever. I got frazzled at the beginning, and that kind of affected my whole mindset for the live. So, man, you guys hung out and was really good on this. Really appreciate that, man. You guys pretty much hung out there here the whole live. Had a good time, man, and talked about some wild things. I chased away Rick talking about too much drugs, so I don't know why. I did a lot of drugs, but I guess you don't like that, so I'll have to apologize for him. But, man, awesome hanging out, and I'm going to end it here, man. Thanks for hanging out, and see you guys.